stuttering right now. We have a lot of people back home that have been hurt today. Can you guys lift up your voices so that they know who's here? Okay, so a lot of you may not know me. My name is Erin White, and I come from the Hickory Apache Nation and Laguna Pueblo in New Mexico. A lot of people back home know me because I work with the International Indigenous Youth Council. Hello, everybody that's at home watching. I'm here because, thank you. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm here because, yeah? Because we have people to talk to you. I'll do that thing in a second. Let's go.
We stand with Standing Rock.
We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. Step up. Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock. Step up. Step up. Pose, pose,
Turning around. Careful.
We stand with Standing Rock. 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 We stand with Standing Rock.
Yeah, well.
Just pretend that I didn't hear it. Okay, so as I was saying earlier, my name is Erin White, and I come from the Hickory Apache Nation in Laguna Pueblo in New Mexico. I'm a representative of the International Indigenous Youth Council. Back home in Standing Rock, they call me Ina. That means mom. That's a name that they gave to me. I didn't choose that name. I'm standing here with my auntie. Her name is LaDonna Bravebull. She's the founder of Sacred Stone Camp. In addition to the youth, she's the first person that called out and cried for help. She's the first person that asked people to come stand for the water. As I was telling a lot of you earlier, I'm sorry I can't really talk right now because I've been screaming for so long, and I guess that's kind of indicative of being an Indigenous woman. A lot of people back home, a lot of the natives back home and around the country know me as the girl that yells at President Obama.
Yeah.
Woo!
I campaigned for President Obama twice. When my mom, my grandma that raised me, was still alive, she told me that finally things were going to go right because there was a man of color in the office, that finally somebody was going to start seeing us. He was going to start seeing color. She always told me that I shouldn't trust people that don't see color because color is beautiful. Brown is beautiful. Black is beautiful. There's so many things that I always want to say about my mom because she was my favorite person in the entire world. She was the best grandma in the entire world. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here because I have continually asked President Obama to protect our children. I told him that if he didn't show up on the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation to protect us and to tell Morton County to back down, that I was going to show up. And now I'm standing here outside of his house, and I want him to know. I want him to know that those kids that he visited in Standing Rock in 2014, the children that he bought pizza for, that he said he loved and that reminded him of his own and that he felt were his own, have come to us since and asked us where their president is. They don't understand why they're being maced on the front lines. They don't understand why they have shotguns pointed at them. They don't understand why they're being hit with rubber bullets, with beanbags, with other less than lethal weapons. They don't understand. Our youth council does not understand why it is that the president that they voted for, some of them many for the first time, voting ever, were so excited to vote for a president that seems to not care about why they're here. I asked a few of the youth that are here today, ages 10, 11, and 7.5, what they thought about President Obama. They told me that they thought he was a pretty nice guy. They told me that they thought he lived in this house with his wife and his 2 children. And I asked them, do you think that they like to drink water? And they said yes. So I'm standing here today, as promised, asking President Obama to stop the Dakota Access Pipeline, to cut the head off of this black snake, and to stop pandering to the fossil fuel industry, because the indigenous people of this land, the original leaders of this land, are saying that we don't want pipelines. We do not want people to poison our water, and we do not want people to poison our children. We are here to protect, as the 7th generation, the next 7 generations. We are here to ensure that there is a future for us. I don't even want to have kids because I don't want them to wake up one day and not have water, and I'm great with children. It is not fair to me that a president can have his opportunity to have 2 children, that Donald Trump can somehow, for some reason, regenerate, and that I am not afforded the ability to bring children into a safe environment. In our culture, children are sacred. And in my culture, I'm a life giver. I'm a woman. As my auntie said, we are the life givers. And water is sacred to us because people and life comes from water. As we give birth through water. We are responsible for taking care of this water as women. And we are responsible as this 7th generation, as a youth, for myself, to protect the next 7 generations. I'm standing here on behalf of my niece Riley, my nephew Evan. You guys may have seen pictures of my niece back home. Her name is Riot. No one ever believes it, but she likes to say, water is wife, and she's a black snake killer. She's my favorite person in the world. In addition to, all the other kids that I know. But we're standing here right now because President Obama has an obligation to the youth of this nation. I don't care if he does not want to talk to me, and I don't care if he doesn't want to talk to my elders. We already see him for what he is, and right now that is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Yes. I need him to represent the indigenous peoples of this country, and I need him to protect the sacred and honor his word. And he told us that we were a part of him. And he told us that we were his family, and he is not honoring that. We call a guest of ours who I think may be around here somewhere. I'm really, really hoping that he will show up. We call him back home, we call him Lala Bernie. That means Grandpa Bernie. Back at home, all of us, we still pray for him because he's the only person that we've ever seen have a platform for indigenous communities. I myself worked with his wife in San Carlos Reservation in Arizona to protect Oak Flat. I was there with Jane Sanders as she talked about the 3 times national average for suicide for indigenous youth, 3 times the national average for sexual assault for indigenous communities. They're the only people that seem to care, and I'm so honored that they might even show up here, because I just want to shake their hand and tell them thank you for actually listening, and thank you for seeing us, because no one else does. No one else takes the time to see us. And all of you standing right here, and every time I put my hand up to stop you and realize that there were thousands of people standing in front of me that were willing to stop is crazy, because as an Indigenous woman, as a woman of color, we are not seen. We are the people that hold up the legs of the table that America eats off of. And I'm here on behalf of the youth to say that we're not doing that anymore. We have come back to take our languages. We have come back to take our lands. We have come back to protect our water. We are taking our children back, and we are protecting the sacred. No more will people stand in front of us and tell us that we cannot speak our minds. I don't care if President-elect Trump is here, because with all my heart, I will pray for him, and I will protect his water, because even though I do not agree with who he is as a person, I anticipate that he wants to live his life in the way that I want to live my life, and so I'm here to protect his water as well. There are a lot of people here that we may not get along with. There are a lot of politics that we may not get along with. But as adults, it is our job, as Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. And right now we have an obligation to go high and then higher on behalf of the children that cannot speak for themselves, the unborn, the animals, the four-legged, the winged, all of the animals. Even a girl in our youth council, she likes to pray for the earthworms, because they have to travel directly through the soil that the oil would permeate. We have so many things that we are responsible for. So I ask you, even if there are people in this crowd that are not supportive of what it is that we are doing, please ensure that you pray for them. If you have something to say that is negative, feel free to do whatever you want. Feel your feelings. I always encourage that. But please know that we are going to pray for you, because this water is so crucial and so vital to the people that need it, which is everybody. Everyone needs this water. I guess I don't know exactly what else to say, except that I'm really excited that I have the opportunity to be here, because my youth council was like, what would you do if you had the opportunity to be in front of President Obama and to talk to him? And I told him, mark my words, I'm going to end up in front of the White House. And now I'm here because prayer is powerful. I'm going to let my Auntie LaDonna speak.
Thank you.
Am I going to be able to get up there? Holy man, I'm old. I don't know if I can stay on this ladder. I'll probably fall over. Hello, everybody. I went all the way to the back of the line just to look at all the people, and I tried to say thank you to as many people as I seen. But thank you. Thank you. Won't be that. I can't express how much this means. I cannot tell you how shocked I am that people came to stand with us. I cannot tell you how much this means to my people, for the world, for the water, because there's something else going on here greater than ourselves. There's something going on besides Standing Rock. It's about the people. It's about people standing up. It's about people standing together. It's about people. And one of the things that I was told when I was a child, that one day people would look to the indigenous people of the world to help save the world. And I see that. I see that with our relatives, the Maoris and the Aboriginals of Australia, the Samis, the Mongolians, all the Aboriginal people. We do have an answer. We do know how to live with the world yet. And we need everybody to come and stand with us. To honor this earth, to honor the water. Because water is life. Water is life. I don't know what happened here. I don't know how everybody woke up. And maybe it was a long time in coming. I know none of it had to do with me. It had to do with world conscious. We cannot live the way we've been living. We must stand up and make a better life for our children and our grandchildren. I seen a picture the other day of all these fish that were dead. What are we doing to our world? It breaks my heart when I watch Dakota Access load up our relatives to buffalo the other day and took them to slaughter. Those buffalo that I watched all of my life, they are all gone now. And I wonder what gives people the right to end animals' lives. Because every animal dies, takes something of us with them. We must protect the world. We must protect life, and we must protect the water. So I'm asking you all to take time to pray for the water, to stand up for the water wherever you are, to stand. It is time now. We have no more time to waste. We have to save our Mother Earth. We have to stand up and stand wherever you are, because you all know if we do not stand, we die. And I will not allow another child of mine to die, nor will I allow my grandchildren to die. They have a right to live. My people have a right to live.
Yes.
We have the roots growing right out of our feet. We have been here. We can tell you stories of this land for thousands of years. We know the names of the rivers and the creeks and the roads. We know our homelands. We want you to have the same respect for our homelands, because we love our homelands. We love our water, and we love our rivers, and they must live. So we must stand up. We have no other choice. And so we stand. We stand.
Thank you, everyone joining. We've just marched the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to the White House. This is Fusion
Standing Rock. We stand with 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 Standing Rock.
Belknap.
We stand with Standing Rock. We stand with Standing Rock.
to meet
We stand with Standing Rock.
delegation
Okay.
of Standing Rock.
Thank you for standing with Standing Rock. I do too. I lived in Phoenix, and then I went up for a week, and my little brother and sister got maced and beat up by the Martin County Police. So I decided to go back for another week to make sure it didn't happen again. And after they broke my little sister's wrist for a second time in less than a week, I guess I live there now. So if you're out there and you're standing with Standing Rock, it's appreciated, because there are a lot of people back home that are watching you guys stand, and it's really empowering. Right now, we have a tribal representative who is here to speak. I think that it is awesome that he has come to stand with us, and I would like you guys to be respectful of the elder that is here to speak before us. So without further ado, I'm going to give the mic over to him, let him make his introduction, because apparently tonight I'm notorious for not being able to do that. And everybody else, please just give a moment for this elder while we wait for our guests. Yeah, our tribal leader.
Wow. Yeah, thank you. My name is Mark Azure. I'm the president of the Fort Belknap Indian Community Council in the state of Montana. And you people are awesome. So I too stand with Standing Rock. Fort Belknap stands with Standing Rock. I believe all of Indian country stands with Standing Rock. But it's really awesome to see all of you non-Indigenous people out here supporting Standing Rock. I just come out of a meeting with a senator and was told that this was going on, so immediately joined the march, the movement. I don't want to call it a protest, I don't believe that. It's a movement. And you people are proof that it's going to work. You know, our tribal nations in Montana also sit on the Missouri River. And although this black snake is downriver, it will affect us also. And we're here to support and stand with anybody that's willing to stand with Standing Rock. For us, I don't know that we can pick a political affiliation. We've got to go to anybody. If it's Bernie, come on Bernie, let's do it. But we don't have the opportunity as Indian people to say we're Republican or Democrat. We've got to go to the ones that are going to listen. And in Montana, I can tell you that the tribal vote sways state politics. So they are listening. And we will carry this message back. We reached out to the governor of the state of Montana and asked him to pull back those state troopers that he sent over there. So they're home now. So we're being heard. They're listening, but we can't stop. This is amazing, all of you people. So much appreciated for the folks at Standing Rock and for that council and all of those people up and down that river. You know, the ladies here so eloquently put, it's hard to follow an act like that, but they put, water is life. You carry those signs, water is life. And we hold that in our hearts. That's who we are. We're that water, that life. And we're going to continue to have clean water. That's what we all want. Every walk of life here. As the First Lady put, current president and his family and children drink clean water. That's all we're asking for. Thank you.
Hello. I'm gonna keep on talking until we have more people. So I just found out that we have a mother that just arrived back home. I don't know if you guys know the mom that I'm talking about, but her name is Michelle Obama. I'm a really big fan of Michelle Obama, and so all I want to say to her, as somebody really awesome is coming up behind me, this is so cool, is that as a mom, Michelle Obama, please help your husband make the right decision. Please protect the children. Okay, so I need you guys to do me a favor. Please take 2 steps back.
Everybody, 2 steps back.
You guys have to remember that there are children that I have asked to stand with me right here, and I don't want them to get scared, and also we're here to protect their futures, so don't be the people that trample them. Right now, there are 2 really amazing people behind me that I mentioned before. Jane and Bernie Sanders are here. As I mentioned, Jane and Bernie Sanders are the only people in the United States government in my lifetime that have ever created a platform for Indigenous communities. I met Jane in Oak Flat, as I mentioned. She actually went and monitored and reviewed the sacred sites that are being desecrated right now. She was there. Bernie has continually called upon our president to stop the Dakota Access Pipeline, and we have so many people here that can bear witness to how fantastic the Sanders are. On my own personal note, Tristan, Jesse, Scott, Eric, I'm standing in front of Bernie Sanders. Not fall when I come down, and then Bernie's gonna walk. I'm like holding on to the kids.
Viva Bernie!
Thank you.
Viva Bernie!
Thank you.
Viva Bernie!
Jane and I are proud and honored to be with you this evening. And we're proud and honored to be with people in 300 communities all over this country who are demanding that the pipeline not be built. We are honored to be with a worldwide community of people throughout the world who are demanding that the Dakota pipeline not be built. The issues are very clear. For hundreds of years, the Native American people in our country, the first Americans, have been lied to, have been cheated, and their sovereign rights have been denied them. And today we are saying it is time for a new approach to the Native American people not to run a pipeline through their land. And we are demanding that sovereign rights of the Native American people be honored and respected. And the second issue that we are here for this night is to understand that in the midst of a major water crisis and a growing crisis in our country and around the world, we are not going to allow a pipeline to endanger the clean water that millions of people depend upon. And the third issue is that everybody here understands that not only is climate change real, not only is it caused by human behavior, but it is already causing devastating problems in our country and all over this world. It is totally insane, and future generations will look back on us now and say, what in God's name were you doing? Our job now is to break our dependency on fossil fuel. Our job now is to move aggressively to energy efficiency and sustainable energies like wind and solar and geothermal. The idea that at this moment in history, when the scientific community is crystal clear that we need to transform our energy system, that at this moment we have the fossil fuel industry pushing for more pipelines, for more dependency on fossil fuel, is totally insane. So we say to President Obama, in any and every way you can, stop the pipeline. Tell the Army Corps of Engineers that we know, we don't need any more studies to know, that in the midst of a great crisis, a global crisis with regard to climate change, every environmental study will tell you, do not build this pipeline. And if there are other approaches, such as declaring Standing Rock a federal monument, let's do that. I don't have to tell anybody here that we have a new president coming in who wants this country to become more dependent on fossil fuel, who is endangering the lives of our children and our grandchildren and future generations. What we have got to tell Mr. Trump and everybody else, we are not going silently into the night. The stakes are too high for the future of this planet. We are going to be smart, we're going to educate, we're going to organize, we're going to bring tens of millions of people, moms and dads and their kids, together to tell the fossil fuel industry that their short-term profits are not more important than the future of our planet. Thank you all.
Stop the Morton County Police!
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
So we're very thankful for Bernie Sanders. Thanking you for standing up for standing up. There are not too many people who understand us. There are not too many people who see us. We have become the invisible people of America. But this is our homeland. We have a right to be seen. So thank you, Jane and Bernie. Thank you. And thank each and every one of you. I pray that Michelle Obama can hear us. I pray that you listen to us, Michelle. I only want what you want for your children. I only want for my daughters and my granddaughter to live a good life. I want all my grandsons to live a good life. I am not asking for anything but for my children and grandchildren to live, for them to have the right to clean water, and for you to tell your husband, because the power has always been in women. To stand with Standing Rock and stop this pipeline. I remember the day when Barack Obama came to my home in Kenneball, North Dakota. I remember sitting there as I watched those planes come in, and I thought, if my dad was alive, he would have been so proud, a president coming to my home. And I thought, oh, it is so nice to have somebody see us, the indigenous people of this land. And then when the pipeline was proposed, I thought he would stand up with us. He still can stand with us. He said our children were important. I ask you, President Obama, are our children important? We're asking you to put the children first. Put a stop to this pipeline. Stop Dakota Access. Stop energy transfer. Keep it in the soil. We are asking for you to leave this presidency in a good way, with the respect of the indigenous people of this land,
You see
We
that man?
ask
Pass this to the man with
that
the
you
hat.
stand
The
up
hat.
and stand beside us, because we are asking for nothing that is wrong. We are only asking for life. So President Obama, hear me. I am just a grandma. I am nothing more. And I'm asking you for my grandchildren. I'm asking you for my people. And I'm asking you for the water. Stop the pipeline. Stop the pipeline.
Stop the pipeline! 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 Stop the pipeline!